Alright, here we are in a beautiful Camp Verde, Arizona morning, looking at a really sweet, full of character 1944 Deluxe Convertible. It's one of those cars where you, when you look at it and you think about it, you think, man, if cars could tell a story, what kind of story would they tell? Anyway, we'll tell you what we know about it. This particular car spent most, if not all, of its life up until recently, the past 5 or 6 years, in the state of Washington. Most of the body itself here, we think the fenders have been refinished at one time, but this car has never been off the chassis. We've had it up on a lift. It's rock solid. You'll see the, you'll find patina age and character, so it's a good little kind of car you can drive. It's had some neat little updates in it. It has all full Ford script glass in it. You can tell this is original working cowl vent. See the Ford script glass. Obviously you see the separation in the factory, so it's had its updates as needed over the years, so to speak. It has an all new convertible top in it. When we get inside, we're going to share some cool stuff, but the top's been on it probably about 20 years, and it's never been down since then. But it's a LeBaron Bonney top, has a brand new boot in the back, but a whistle straight body. These cars are really neat because cars like this, they're just they're genuine. All the trim on this car has a good patina age and character. In fact, it is an actual mile titled car, 82,000 actual miles on this car. We'll come back around to this side and share a little bit more with you, but look how that door's shut. We've been up underneath on the lift. The fenders are just beautiful. The floor bands are gorgeous, original steel. So you look at these hood lines here, it's really hard to get these hood lines right on these cars. And once they've been off, getting them set right, most 40 guys will tell you they're tough. And this particular car is really nice that way. The fit of every panel is good. The doors shut beautiful. So most of the body itself, I would believe, is all original paint. I think the fenders have been refinished at one time, but they're probably 30 years ago, if that. It's got peppering on the front of the fenders. This particular car came down to I don't know if I already said it, but I'm going to keep going this morning. Came down to the Southwest here about 5-6 years ago. And when it did, it drove all the way from Washington State. Underneath the hood, the only modification of this car over stock is they put, with an adapter, they put a small block Chevy V8 underneath the hood. Just a nice little subtle change, nothing special, but really cool. The original transmission has been rebuilt, 3-speed transmission. It's attached to the small block with a adapter, a period adapter. Look at the body on this car. Updated 16-inch radials on it, Bridgestone radials. I'm going to show you the hood here. Character and patina. Cars like this will actually get more attention than a lot of times high-end show cars, because people can actually look at a car and see how it's been preserved over the years. It's sometimes just amazing when you see cars like this. It's pretty, this car's been around a while. You get old, you get character flaws, and sometimes we can't hide them. Sometimes you don't want to hide them, but you'll see the patina, the antenna here. Working cowl vent, door hinges. Again, look at the hood fit on this side. Running boards are all OEM stuff. You can see they got character to it. I call it character. This is a perfect car for either a very high-end restoration, but also just to leave it just the way that it is. We get inside here, we're going to show you. The doors just shut really nice. You can see the door panels here have marks on it and character age from over the years, but this is original panel material on this door here. Just neat. Dash finish is original also, from what I can tell. The rubber mat up front here. It's had an upgraded LeBaron Bonney upholstery kit put in it, and top. And the top's fully working. You can see it's a soft canvas material. Back seat, just the seating surfaces. Look at the carpet in the back here is just original. Kind of cool. You can see where they taped the upholstery where it tattered over the years. They've added a couple gauges down to the bottom side of the dash there to monitor that small block they put in there. door is just like a bank vault there. Go ahead and step back here and cool. Anyways, we walk around here like I talked about. It's got you can see these fenders, leading edges have some peppering on them, so on and so forth. The character on the running board, so that's original Ford stuff there. Hubcaps have little kind of dings in them. You look back here, somebody probably had an antenna mounted at some time, but you'll see the paint's thin on the back here. Give you a peek there. Get a little speeches sometimes when I study these cars. I believe the bumpers themselves have probably been replated, as nice as they look, but the rest of it's got character. Original trunk here, it's got keys, the original keys, and I've got them out here because I was in the trunk doing the video of the trunk. Beautiful morning here. And you'll see where they've done a little blend here where the factory lead line is. We take the key out of the trunk here because I'm going to need it to get in the car. Step back, let you take a look here. I think by now, like I always say, you get the idea. Cool car. Kind of car you can drive. Not worry about a little mark. Little scratch that goes along here on the fender. Maybe that was a girlfriend that was upset with you. Stories they could tell if there was. Anyway, we'll get inside the driver's side here. One of the things I noticed when I did the walk around here is that is a number 12 inspection here. So that's a stamp from the factory. Number 12 did the final inspection on the and placed his stamp on the jam there, or his particular category of assembly. Turn signals on it. Nice steering wheel. It's probably a little bit too nice. I doubt that's the original steering wheel. Rubber mat on the floor. Again, we've been to the underside of this car. This is a rock solid original car that's never been off the body. You'll see the tape we talked about. Patina age here. Leaving this stuff original, a lot of time a good thing, because you kind of know what you're starting with if you're going to do a car, but this car should be enjoyed just for what it is. Show you the good view of the dash here. Updated temp gauge and oil pressure gauge there. 82,915, and again it's an original title car, original mild title car. Believable too. Get a key here since the column's locked. Bear with me a second. One-handed. Okay, we're going to turn the key on. Here the electric fuel pump. We'll talk, it's got electric fuel pump. 3 on the tree. Good oil pressure out of that. Probably almost 35-40 pounds, typical small block Chevy that's stock. Hasn't really been warmed up much. Get out and let you hear it run. Go to spudsgarage.com where you're definitely going to get more, but hang on to the end of the video. Thanks for coming. Alright, let's take a look underneath the hood. Very nice. They paid full respect to the car itself when it comes to not modifying many things. Nothing special about it, just a nice small block Chevy V8 that's been updated underneath the hood here, and it's really got some smooth horsepower. We've taken it for a drive, and we'll actually probably take you for a drive here. Factory style exhaust manifolds on the small block V8. Nice little chrome dress up. The flex fan is actually mounted down to the crankshaft pulley, which is kind of neat. They've actually mounted it in the rails here with an adapter to the factory transmission, the 3-speed, which has also been rebuilt. We don't know a lot of history about the small block other than it runs good. This car drove a long ways from Washington State down to the LA Roadster Show, and it runs just fine, makes it nice and fun. Factory GM style distributor, Carter AFB carburetor, Edelbrock carb, whatever you want to call it, electric choke, dual exhaust. Has an electric fuel pump because they've got the block off plate there. Anyway, we're thinking you get the idea. Go to spudsgarage.com where we'll have plenty more on this beauty. Have a great day. Still photos too. All right, we're going to fire it up here for you and take her for a little spin like we promised. Oh, put the key on. That would be nice. The switch on. Hear the electric fuel pump. This car, the transmission's super nice. Shifts really smooth, 3 on the tree. Beautiful day here in Camp Verde. Last test drive of the day, driven every car, a lot of fun. Gonna switch camera hands here. Second gear. This car's got some good legs in it, like 350 ratio on the back. Drove from Washington State to the LA Roadster Show without a hitch. Third gear. There you go. Hey, go to spudsgarage.com. Hang on to the end of the video where I have more. Alright, let's take a look at the trunk. Rock solid is this whole car. Original spare down here, original size spare. They relocated the battery to the trunk, which is kind of a neat little deal. Gets it up where you can get to it, so on and so forth. Original deck lid and finish on the bottom side of the deck lid here. This is a tonneau cover for when the top's down. It's never been put on the car. We've been down in the tool well here. It has an original jack and it's rock solid. We'll kind of share with you what we can get to one side. The other side we can't because of the spare. But you'll see it has an original jack in here. In their original bags and the tools. We'll put that away in just a minute. The other side's rock solid in the back here. Again, I can't get it out because the spare's there. Anyway, you get the idea. Hang on to the end of the video. Go to spudsgarage.com. Thanks for listening. Alright, we're going to take a look at the undercarriage outside here. Looks like I was hitting the zoom on the camera there. Anyway, all factory underneath, rock solid. We've had this car up on a lift. Even the fenders, you'll see factory rear differential has been updated from what we believe to a 354 ratio, so it's got a good drive to it. I know it's hard to see a little bit, but we'll actually, like I said, have it up on a lift and share the undercarriage with you too, but we like to cover ground clearance and cover the outside here for you. Updated radial tires, has I believe they're 16s on it. Deluxe hubcaps, those are original hubcaps by the way too. Got nice age, patina and character like the rest of the car. Might be a little bit lower than it was stock. Maybe they took a leaf out or something like that. It sits, still sits a little high, but you get the idea, like I always say. Has juice brakes on it, factory. Bridgestone tires in the front. You'll see the trans adapter I spoke of right there. But rock solid again, we've had it up on a lift. Hang on for that. Go to spudsgarage.com where we'll definitely have more. I think I may have said dual exhaust underneath the hood. It's a single. We'll correct that. There you go. Alright, we got this old character up on the lift here for you. Just wanted to share the undercarriage so we can show you how it really is a rock solid car. Non-restored, good character, but it looks like it's had a little bit of upgrades. It looks to me like they've upgraded the rear axle on her. I'm seeing a 350 ratio there, maybe 358. So they've made it so you could drive, but the floor pans show the care over the years. One gentleman chased it for a long time and got it, but it's just got nice and age and character on the top. We've already covered that with you. I'm happen to be doing the undercarriage video before I cover it. Still has the original spring wraps on the springs. The bones are not split on it. Floor pans are just beautiful on this car. So if somebody wanted to do a full-blown restoration, I don't know why you would. You'd have a good basis to start with, that's for darn sure. The body on this underside is just really nice. I'd call it unrestored and solid. Wind's picked up on me a little bit here. We'll get up to the front here where we've already covered with you on the outside. It's been updated with the small block Chevy V8. It's utilized the factory transmission and done a bell housing adapter. So it's all, the bones, the wishbones are not split on this car, which is kind of neat. It's still got a factory gearbox in it with an adapter on it, aluminum adapter there between. Has a small block Chevy V8 that's hung from the front. So I'm going to say it's probably a 283 327 with no side mounts on it. Oh, it's got side engine mounts on it, or bolt holes. So we'll have more of that info at the beginning. We're going to try and dig up what we can, and we'll cover it at Spud's Garage. Again, all the factory front suspension, factory axle, non-split bones. By now we're thinking you get the idea. This car's just full of good character, honest character. Have a great day. One more walk through here. It's nice to have a lift to show you how solid this old bird is. Talk to you soon.